Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm going to talk about the Cup race tonight, and typically I don't really going to do much of these kind of reviews on the race, but I just kind of want to give you my thoughts about what I thought about the race, and this race was fun. It was just fun. Like you didn't see, you still saw typical things that happen in a race, dirty air blocking, that sort of thing, especially when they got strung out. But it was still fun. The restarts were chaotic. Yes, we had a lot of wrecks, but it had that vibe of a early Gen 4 style race. And the reason why I say this is because sometimes you get a long run happening, feel like nothing's going to happen, and boom, a random caution just hits. And that's kind of typically what happened back in the day. And it's kind of what happened today in some cases. You'll be in a long run, about to pit for fuel, and then boom, caution comes out, and it kind of messes up everyone's strategy. So, and I'm sorry, I like film miles races. It just kind of spices things up a little bit when they're just on the edge of making it or just on the outside. Can they make it on fuel? And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, they're not going full out. They can't race. They have to save fuel." Yeah, but now kind of that puts it back in the driver's hands again. Can he do enough to save fuel and win? Now, in this case, Danny Hamlin, the team said you were good, so he didn't have to. But the 24, the 77 at that one point in time before he got that flat tire, the 54. I mean, a lot of people had to save fuel, and they didn't know if they were going to make it or not. The 24 didn't. Well, it's funny. He said, "Oh, we're going to be short," but why would you save fuel? Like, I mean, maybe he was doing the same thing like the 77 in case the cars came out, but he was really almost dead set. And then as soon as the 77 had that flat tire and he took the lead, it kind of seemed like, okay, now it's just go. Because if we run out, we run out. Hey, we got to win. We're locked in. We don't have to worry about that. And he just went. Now, Danny Hammond, he also went because he knew they were going to make it. Now, at the 54 of Ty Gibbs, well, he wasn't so happy. He was trying to save fuel. And at the end of the race, they never had to use that reserve switch for just fuel so they can get around, at least for a lap. And he never said he had never had to use it. So maybe he saved too much. Kind of almost felt like the same thing happened to Larson at the end, where he maybe saved too much and he didn't really have to. So it made it interesting to see, like, okay, who's really going to run out or not. And I'll say this, yeah, Carson Hocevar has been in the news lately with his controversial racing and how he races people. But Spire Motorsports and Carson Hocevar are fast. They're showing the speed. They're fine getting it together. If they could just put the full package, the full race together, they're going to win 100%. Now, obviously next week I don't see him winning. Obviously they're going to Mexico City, but if you're talking about another mile and a half, maybe a decent short track for them, I would say yes. I think they have a shot. Now, maybe you could say in Poconos, but I'm going to say more of a mile and a half track that they have more of a legit shot of winning. They just got to put the whole thing together. The pit crews are stepping it up. They're getting a lot better. So I have total faith in the team to get it done. It's just they have to put the whole package together. Not have mistakes, not have issues like they had in this race. Yes, he's a very aggressive driver. No, I don't not compare him to Dale Earnhardt. Okay, I want to make that very clear. However, he does have a unique style towards senior. And when I say that, it means he likes to be aggressive. He likes to push the limits. He likes to be unapologetic about stuff. Okay, but that will bite him in the ass eventually. Because the one thing, okay, Senior got away with was he was reckless, but he won. Okay? as actually Steve Hart said on the broadcast today, that he's not winning. If he won, maybe they wouldn't be as like, they're still mad at him, but hey, he's winning, I guess, whatever. But he's not winning. He's being aggressive and he's not winning. And that's where the issue lies about it. If he would win a lot and just tone it down just a little, not a lot, just a little. Just, I always say this: if you think it's wrong, then it is wrong. And so I know he says I don't care, but you're gonna care when you're in that position, and you're finally got a shot to win, and the other driver does not allow you to win, and that means put you in a wall or whatever. They won't care, and then you're gonna be mad. And I go, well, you have no one to blame but yourself because they raced you the same way you raced them. That's the issue, right? That's where they're going to. There's always going to be that issue with him. Senior got away with it because he won a lot. Didn't say he was right or wrong. Just saying he got away with it because he won a lot. If Hosvar could win, maybe some things change. Kind of depends. But besides that, yes, Denham won. But I very truly don't even care who won. I'll admit I'm a Chase Elliott fan. You can see it in the kind of the corner over there, up there. If you can see it way up in the corner up there, I'm actually wearing the shirt. And Chase actually led a few laps today. But that was an awesome race. It was like through and through. He had good racing, passing. I know that doesn't sound like there was a lot of passing, but there was. Now, maybe not much for the lead, but there was passing. It was genuinely a fun, good race, and we need a lot of that. And of course, the commentary on Prime, Steve Letarte, Dale Jr., Adam Alexander, everyone on the pit road and doing the studio thing or at the track, just great, just awesome. So yeah, just fun, and we'll see how that goes next week. They're going to Mexico City. A long trip for those drivers, truck drivers. I'm gonna say this. I hope they get a raise for doing that. I know it's their job. I get that, but you gotta understand, and it's not just that truck driver. There's multiple truck drivers, right? There's gonna be probably at least two, maybe three. I don't know. Maybe I would say two, at least two, that will have to share the drive down to Texas, right? Then on Monday, they have to make sure all their stuff is set up, make sure they got everything that they need in the truck, because as soon as they get to that border, it's probably a really long process, right? They probably go, I don't know, I'm not exactly how it all works, but I'm assuming, this is just my opinion, my guess, that they have to, there's a truck station for going across. A lot of people see that, oh, you just go to the border and they stop you and they scan the line. It's probably a lot different. They probably pull into a kind of a truck station area. They have to go, yes, they'll get checked for bombs or whatever. But, and remember, this is going from the United States to Mexico, right? It's completely different when you're going back. But I don't know how the border of Mexico does it. Now, in the United States, I'm assuming they have their check and they work with the Mexico side too to do that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's a process. It's a big process, and it'll take a while, but hopefully everyone digs it down, makes it safe. And, well, already looking at the forecast for the race weekend down there. Maybe it's right. I don't know. I get my forecast from the Weather Channel, but there's a good chance for rain for the weekend there. I guess it sounds like to me, Suarez, he got a photo from someone that lives down there, friend, family, and there's a tunnel near Mexico City that's flooded. They've been getting tons of rain, so hopefully they don't get a lot of rain down there for the week, or for that week, and then hopefully there's not rain for the weekend. So would it make the racing more exciting? Probably yes, because you know how these cars are on road courses. Though the straightaway is going to be insane for those cars. I'm Again, my opinion on this, my guess is they probably reach 185 to maybe 190, close to it. I know they're only gonna have 670 horsepower, but that straightaway is long, so I would say at least 185, at least. Okay, at part of the top end, right? Man, and then slam down the brakes. Probably a second gear, maybe first gear turn. I'm not 100% sure, but it is going to be insane of those cars. And then you have this big ass draft too. So you're gonna have this draft down the straightaway. It may not be the big draft we saw like in Michigan, but it's gonna be dang close. And then you slam on the brakes, starting to run over people. Oh, which by the way, the elevation's at 7,500 feet. The whole who knows about the horsepower? Don't know about. I mean, it is going to be, to me, the most weirdest, craziest race you're gonna see at Mexico. And now remember, the Xfinity Series ran there a long time ago. The last race was there like '08. They put a chicane in that was disastrous on the front straightaway. They took that out, but the track has gone through some upgrades since then. I'm assuming. I think I saw some different layouts, but there is like a ton or a stadium version of it. I'm assuming they're going to take that layout, and that's going to be insane to go through. So yeah, a little preview on that side, but you know that's going to be awesome. But yeah, Michigan, awesome race, and we'll see what happens in Mexico. So thanks for watching. Consider for more NASCAR content here, and hope to see you for the next one.